على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Starting in the name of Allah, who is the most beneficent and the merciful, who is the glorious creator of all the universe, everything within it and out of it. All my gentlemen brethren, we are here gathered to discuss a personality which is the most pious personality in the history of humankind, one of the most greatest men after the prophets, one of the most virtuous man after the prophets, one of the greatest of Sahaba Ikram, one of the best men in Sahaba Ikram, one of the most closest one in the Sahaba Ikram to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one of the best men of his time, one of the greatest men of his time, a ruler, one of the greatest ruler that world has ever seen, one of the mightiest kingdom owners the world has ever lived on, the most greatest caliphs of Islam, one of the most greatest caliph of Islam, the first caliph of Islam. We are talking the founder of a greatest empire, the greatest empire of this earth, the Caliphate of Rashidun, the Khilafat Rashida, one of the most mightiest empire that ever formed on the earth, who slayed not only one but two major superpowers of his time, the Persian Empire and the Roman Empire. The founder of this much powerful empire, we are talking about the greatest personality of the humankind, Hazrat Abu Bakr Sidiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the Khalifatul Rasul, Khalifa bila Fasl. Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu was the greatest man of his time. His name was Abdullah. His most famous kunya was Abu Bakr, and As-Siddiq was the title given to him by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His father name was Uthman, and his kunya was Abu Quhafa. One of the greatest men that ever lived on this earth was Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. When before the advent of Islam, unlike the other Arabians, there were common sins in the Arabians, pagans, like drinking and alcoholic drinking and many other great sins like idol worship. But Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, at that time, even at that time, he was not addicted to such sins. He was not committed to these sins. He have never done idol worship. He has never drank alcoholic drinks. He was so much pious. He was a monotheist of that time. And before the announcement of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's prophethood, he was a close friend to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was very much closest, one of the closest friends of him. And when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam announced his prophethood, he was the first adult that embraced Islam. The blessing of Allah was upon him. The first one who became Muslim in adults was Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And at that critical time, at that precise time, when everyone was against him, when even his own family, the Prophet's own family, his own family members, his own tribe, his own city members, all were against him, all who opposed him, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's only sider was Hazrat Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. At that critical time, he was on his side. He stood side by side, stood by him. Although everyone was opposing him, at the time when everyone's trying to kill him, everyone wanted to kill him, at that critical moment, Hazrat Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu stood calm, and remained at the side of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And even after, when Islam got power, at that time, Hazrat Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, whenever Muslims needed help, the Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu was the first one to help. Whenever Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked the Sahaba, how much you have given, how much you have taken from your home and given to us. Whenever Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam announced, the Hazrat Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu always took the whole things of his house, that even a needle is not left at home. Even a needle was not left at home. This was the integrity of Hazrat Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. He was such a great personality that he has been known in the history for his truthfulness, for his honesty, for his greatness, for his loyalty to his Prophet, as a sign of loyalty and truthfulness. He was such that great Sahabi. And one day, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and his companions, Hazrat Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, Hazrat Uthman, Hazrat Umar, they were climbing Uhud. And Uhud started trembling. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ patted on it and said, "Stop, O Uhud, stop trembling. O Uhud, stop. There is one Prophet, one Siddiq, and two Shuhada on you." So this is the why Ahlus Sunnah has the aqidah of Sidiq Akbar. That's why we call him Sidiq Akbar. Because there may be many Siddiqs in the world, but only one Siddiq who has been entitled as Siddiq by the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ himself. This was the great personality of Hazrat Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And if we talk about the tactics and the legendary administration of Hazrat Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, we came to know when everyone, after the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ passed away, when everyone was emotionally driven, Prophet Hazrat Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu remained calm. He remained stood sharp, and when everyone was emotionally driven, Sahaba were like, "We will kill that person whoever will say that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has passed away, he's not in this world anymore." This was at that critical time, Hazrat Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu remained sharp. And this was the personality of Hazrat Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, who ruled the greatest empire of this world. And at that much greatness level, the last words of Hazrat Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala, as he was close to passing away, his words was, "Oh Allah, take me as Muslim." And this is the lesson for us. How much great deeds we do, however greatness we have, we must remain thankful to Allah and must always do dua to everyone. Jazakallah.